Think building a website is hard? Not anymore. With WordPress, Bluehost, and a little AI magic, you can have a professional looking site up and running in minutes, even if you've never built one before. Hey everyone, I'm Jamie from Teachers Tech, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your very first WordPress site using Bluehost. Whether you're creating a blog or business page or something totally unique, I'll show you how to use the built-in AI tools to get started fast, and then I'll dive into customizing your site to make it truly yours. Let's get building. First of all, you need a Bluehost account, and I'm just going to sign up for the basic one here. I'll put the link down below in the description so you can click on it and follow along with me. Just to let you know, that is an affiliate link. Now, I'm going to click on Get Started. I'm just going to choose the basic one here because you can see that the AI creation tools in the basic one, and that's what I kind of want to focus on in this video with WordPress. I'm going to go ahead and just click choose the plan. You're going to see I can go ahead and register a domain right now, but if you don't have one in mind yet, that's fine because you can choose a domain later, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So I'm going to choose that later, and at this point you'll be able to see that what the price points, the savings that you get for the 1 year, and all this is going to cost me today is $35.40. So I'm just going to go ahead to continue to checkout, and then I can start building my site. I just want to give you a quick tour of the dashboard in Bluehost. If I go up to the top right hand corner, you're going to see there's a drop down where you can take a look at your profile, accounts and users, payment methods, order history, and so on. Over here, we can go to different pages in the dashboard. I'm on the home page right now. If I take a look at website, this is the one website that was created when we created our account, and this is where we're going to create our website using AI in a moment. We have email and office if we want to set up some professional email or even hook your account to Google, so you have all the different Gmail or the workspace products from Google. We have domains if you want to go register a domain at a later point, and I'll do that at the end of this video to set up my demo site here on WordPress with an actual domain. And we have hosting that will bring us back to the same page as before here. So I'm going to go to website here, and I'm just going to go click on edit site, and you're going to see this is where we get the option to create our site with AI. This right here is the focus of this video, the AI site creator. Now I'm going to be starting from scratch from a prompt I'm going to give it. Notice you can import a WordPress site as well. I'm going to do a different video on that one because I'm going to move my Teachers Tech website over to Bluehost, and I'm going to demo with that. But we're going to go to Site Creator here, and it gives you some details about your site you want to create. And they have a little bit of an example about the Bean Cafe here. I already typed out some information. So I want to create a modern and welcoming website for a fictional dog spa business called Pooch Haven. It's a high-end pet-friendly spa that provides grooming, pampering. I talk about the color palette that I want, kind of some things about the look. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next now. Now, do I have a logo for this one? If you do, you can drop it in right now. I'm going to skip it, but if you do have it, bring it up and just browse and drop it in. Now, how familiar? Well, I've worked with WordPress site, but I'm going to choose beginner because I'm just wanting to be able to show you from a beginner point of WordPress. So I'm going to go and click on this. So in a matter of seconds, we have 3 different versions to pick from, and we can click regenerate on any of these from here, but I'm going to go and take a look at this one because it kind of catches my eye right away with the color. Notice it says favorite a generated version to find it and use it again in the future. So there's a little heart here that you can click. If I go and preview this, take a look how this was created. So if you've worked with WordPress before and you've gone through the process of learning, this with that simple prompt that I gave it, look what it created here for me. So as I go through, it filled in all this information. So this is all editable too. So they have a place about what the clients say about. You can go through now and get real customer feedback and just put it into these areas. But the template for this one is all set up to go. And you can see if I go back up to the top here, this isn't functional yet before they create the pages, but it just kind of gives you all the different items that will be in here. We have customize up here, so if you wanted to change any of the colors, you can see it's on default here, but just by a simple click I can start playing with different ideas. I can pick my own own colors. I'm going to go back to the default still. We have fonts that I can choose from, and I still kind of like the fonts here, or we can select our own fonts. If you like everything, you can go ahead and save continue. Notice that there is the regenerate up top, and it only takes a few seconds to get a new look. I'm going to click save and continue. All right, here we are in WordPress now. You can see the W up top about WordPress. I can look into this. Here's the site that AI just created for me. Let's go ahead and view it. So we can take a look at it, then we can start to decide what we want to edit. How do we want to customize this more? And if I look at this, the links are going to work. They've placed placeholders in if there's going to be people in your business. All of this can be deleted or changed, and I'll give you some brief lessons on how to do this, but I'll dive into this more on other videos about WordPress. But if I go back, let's say to the home page, I can take a look at all of this information. I can go at this time, and if I just hover over this top over here, notice that we can go to dashboard. This brings me back to my WordPress dashboard, and I can do a few things here. So I've just showed you view site. We can edit site, which I'll show you in a moment, and we can even put enable coming soon. So if this isn't ready, we could click on that and it will just be enable coming soon. Before I show you how to edit the site, I just want to point something out here. So we have edit site here, but originally when I came into it, I was under Bluehost. And if I click on this one, it kind of is the same place. I can edit my site or view site, but notice that we can go back and generate a theme. This brings me to that first spot where I put in the prompt to generate. So if you need to redo something, you can go here. But just to let you know, you can edit site here, or you can edit site under the dashboard. You're going to get these same views. Now I'm going to click on edit site, and I'm only going to show you a few different things just to get you started playing and realizing WordPress doesn't have to be a scary thing. Now I'm on the front page here, and I'll show you how to pick different pages to edit as well, and as long in how to delete pages and to change the menu. With any of these here, right, you can go and just change text just like a word processor. So if I just go in any of these spots here, I could hit backspace and it's gone. I could write whatever I would like. Notice as I go and just, if I highlight this, if I wanted this to be bold, now it's bold. If I want this to be a link, so I could go ahead and copy paste a link from anywhere to make an external link, and then I would just hit the check mark to submit it. Or I could even link it within, these are all the different pages inside this website. Remember, there's the undo up here, so undo and redo. So Control Z is the shortcut. So if I undo, notice if I just hit it a few times, I'm right back to where I was. Whenever you make changes and you know that's the change you want, make sure you hit save here. We also, if you want to, after you make changes and you want to see what it looks like, you can go view page to check it out here to get the live view of it. Now, some other changes I just want to point out, when I hover around anything here, if I go to this picture, I can replace this image. So if I wanted to go replace, I could upload from my computer. So I could click on upload, I could go get an image from my computer, and it will take the place of that shape. So it makes it easy to change that. Whenever you see this, hover over here, if I wanted to add another column in here, I can go ahead and do that. You can see how everything adjusted to move around, so I can quickly make those. I'm going to undo because I don't want another column. And you're going to notice wherever you see a plus here, I could add more blocks in WordPress. So what is a block? If I go ahead and click add, I can add a paragraph. I could add an image. So if I click image, I'll go back to the upload again. Let's grab this one from my computer, and this will be uploaded to that. So all these things you can customize to start getting the page the way you like. So notice when I have the image selected, I can go ahead and link it just like I did with the text. I can replace it with different options. I'm going to go ahead and just undo to get rid of the last two spots just to put it back to normal. The other thing I want to point out, when you click anything, click on anything, these are the move tools here. So this means I can drag it. So I can replace this under here. So whenever I see this come up, I can drag and drop these different blocks, different parts of the website. If I want an entire block or section gone, so notice if I click up here, I have this blue line here. I can go ahead and just go click these ellipses and go down to the bottom. We can hit delete, because probably you're going to want to have different parts gone. You won't need as much as the AI created. So it set up a nice template for you, and you're just going to go through now and remove things or add things like text or image. If you wanted to add another block to this, we can go ahead and click on Wonder Blocks here, but I can go block inserter. Notice the Wonder Blocks are here. If I go ahead and click on this one, we have some ones that are preset. So if I click on this, it's inserted into this. And any of this stuff, just like I showed you before, we can go ahead and start making changes to this. Any of this stuff, remember that as soon as you get the drag here, you can move these around as well. Just like anything in here, you can just drag things around to change how you need it. So between just entering text, changing pictures, dragging around, adding blocks, you can see how easy this can be. Now again, don't forget to hit save as you're going along. The other thing I want to point out is navigation. So if I go back to the view page, you saw all the different navigation. Let's say I didn't want to have the pampering services here. If I go back, I'll close out of this view here. If I just click on the open navigation here, notice we have different things here. Now, I'll come back to navigation in a second. I do want to point out styles. You can change at this point too. So if I click on any of these, how quickly you can change your styles. Just like at the beginning in the AI when I was setting it up with the different ones, we have different pages. All the different pages are here as well. So probably I won't want to have, if I didn't want to have the pampering services here, I can move to trash here. I can also set any of these set as a post page as well. I'll show you how to do a blog post in here to make sure if you have a blog page that you need. But let's go back to, I'm going to go back to navigation here. Here are all the different navigation. So if I go to pampering services here and remove pampering services, and then I can review the change, and I'm just going to hit save. So if I go back, let's go back now to just check out our page again. Let's go view our site. Where's pampering services? It's not there. I didn't delete the page, remember, yet. So if I go back to this one, I'm going to go back to the edit the site again. To this, I can go back to this, and if I click on this again, I can go to pages. Notice pampering services are still here. I could go ahead and take a look at this page and make any edits to this. If I go ahead and hit edit, it brings me to the full page. So I can jump around editing any of these pages and go back through here. This is where it makes it a lot easier than it used to with navigating WordPress. But let's say if I want this one gone, I can move to trash it, and this page will be gone out of all the different pages that I have. So I'll go back here a level. So it makes it easy between using this way around. You can really make changes quickly to your WordPress site. Now, I want to point out, I was using the editor there to edit the pages and to navigate. If you go to pages here in WordPress, you can access any of them here as well as deleting them. I just like the other way inside the editor, but there's multiple ways to do this. You can also get to the editor under Appearance. So if I go to the editor here, it will open it back up. And this is the way I was showing you as just clicking the left-hand corner. Let's say we wanted to add a page, and we'll make it a blog page. I'm going to go to pages first to create the page, and notice up top here we have add page, and I'm going to go and just type blog. For an example, I'm going to go and create the draft. We have to save this to publish this to make sure it's seen. Right now you can see it just says publish. I could start typing if I want on what I want on this page, but take advantage of the blocks to get that visual, great visual without working too hard on it. Hit the plus. We could take a look at different of the wonder blocks. Do we want a hero? You can see down here, this is the one that they used with the AI grabbed here, but I could grab any of these different ones to start the page with. So I'm going to go and grab this one just as an example. I can type whatever I want, just like I showed you before. I'm not going to go through and put a lot of information in here, but you could add more of these blocks as well. I'm going to hit published. So now this page will be live, but remember, I haven't linked it to the navigation so people won't be able to find it. I'm going to close out of this. I'm just going to go back and back one more here. I'm going to go to navigation. Blog isn't there, so I'm going to go and click on edit. Here's all my links that I have so far in here. I'm going to go and hit add block. And what do I want? Well, here's the blog right here. I could do a search. I could start typing B and it would come up, but I'm going to type on this, click on that one, and I have blog now, right? Do remember with any of these here, I can move them around. So if I wanted the blog to be moved up, I'm going to place it there. I can hit save now. If I go back, you'll see that blog is one of my links in here. And remember, you can remove any of these links at this one. I can go to blog, and this is where I can do any more editing as well. But with the pages, here it is right here. I could go to it. I could set this as home page if I want. That wouldn't make much sense to put the blog in because I have that other welcome page that makes more sense. But I'm going to set this as a post page on here. So set blog as a post page. This will show the latest post. So this is like a blog. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to show you how you can add posts to this. To add a post, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the dashboard by hitting the back arrow here. Notice we have post here. So if I click on post, there's an example one here, but I want to show you how to create your own. Now, if I wanted this gone, you notice that there is trash here. I can get rid of it just to delete any of my posts. So if you don't want any of them, go ahead and trash them. I can add a post a few different ways. There is with the Wonder Blocks, and I'll come back to this. I would probably use this one to begin with, but if I add post, do remember that you can get to the Wonder Blocks. If I just hit plus, we have our Wonder Blocks that we can go through and get to the same thing that I would show you. So I would tend to use just the Wonder Blocks because they have these really nice templates that are all set up where you can just go and add the text to them. So if I was just grabbing this one as an example, here I add it. And if I like the format, I can just go through and start making changes like all the different things that I've showed you before. So if I wanted to add a title, and I'm just going to call this example post, and then you have all your information that you would like in it, adding images, I can go ahead and click publish. And now you take a look at all the different things. It is going to be rating the score. I didn't change any of this, so it's not going to be very good, but we'll go ahead and hit publish, and it's saving. We can go and view our post. So here it is, the first post here. If I go back and notice we have our blog here, this is what's coming up. So this is the first post. It's not fully open, but as I click on it, it brings it in. So here's another example. If we were adding our second post now, if I was going to go back to the dashboard here, and we go back to the post again where I was before, and I'm just going to click add with Wonder Blocks this time. We'll pick a different pattern here, and I'm going to go and give it a title. Again, we'll just call this one example 2. And I'm going to hit publish, and then when I go back and view my post, here it is. If I click on blog, notice I have 2 different posts with the read more. So that's how you can go ahead. If you didn't have a blog set up automatically with the AI, you can go ahead and create it, then add your post to it. If I'm under the Bluehost tab right here, I'm going to go to hosting, and I'm going to go and just click on manage hosting. You can just log into your Bluehost account to get to this. This is the original screen that I showed you before. I do want to point out before I show you to get a personalized domain, if you want to delete your entire WordPress site, if you go to the settings here, notice that we can delete the site or remove a WordPress site. I'm going to go to domains here. and I'm going to go and search for a domain. I do want to point out here, you can transfer a domain. So even if you have it, if you've bought it already, you can transfer it over here or set up your custom name servers. But I'm going to go ahead and look for Pooch Haven Spa and see what we have here so that it would match our theme. It goes through, it looks like this is available. So it's $17.99, add privacy protection to the domain for $16.42 a year. Sure, why not? Sounds like a good name to have for a dog spa company. So I'm going to go ahead, and at this point, I can pick how many years that I want to have each of these. So if I drop down, you'll notice how different things will change on the price. So if you get everything the way you want, just go ahead and click continue to checkout, and then I can go and submit the payment. I'm just going to go now under hosting. I'm going to click on settings, and you'll see connect domain. So I have this purchased here already, my domain. I'm going to go ahead and put the domain in here and just go continue. I can see you have successfully added poochhavenspa.com to the site. It's going through connection down below. Let's go and finish the setup now. Everything is up and running, but just so you know, this isn't an instant thing. I'm coming back a few hours later. This can take a few hours or a day later so that your domain is up and running. So if you don't see it, don't panic. Just let it go through its process of setting everything up. If I go back to hosting now, you'll see that here we have, and it shows me the poochhavenspa.com. I'll put the link down below in the description. If I click on it here, you can see I did make some changes. I ran it through AI one more time, and I told it specifically what pages I wanted in it. So I want to give you that tip. And everything you see in here is AI generated here that you can go through and make the changes like I showed you before. So if I go back to my account and I edit the WordPress site, remember that you're going to see the edit with AI right on the Bluehost page right over here. So I just clicked on this again, went back, gave it specific pages in the theme that I did before. So just remember that tip. I hope you found this beginner's guide for WordPress and Bluehost beneficial. Using that AI to set up your templates can really save a lot of time. Now, if this is the beginning part of your journey with WordPress, let me know what else you want to learn next, because as you dig into it, you're going to see that you'll have other questions, and I can make specific videos for those. So thanks for watching this week on Teachers Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.